Edgy Veg, and today I'm going to show you how to do 2 different sheet pan dinners. But we're not just going to do like the traditional, like, here's some protein and here's a vegetable. We're going to make them a bit more interesting. The first sheet pan dinner I'm going to show you how to make is actually a roasted veggies and tofu bowl, which you can just kind of have on its own, or you can throw it on top of rice or noodles, and it's just like it's like a Buddha bowl, but like easier. The second one is Bang Bang cauliflower lettuce wraps. They're both so delicious, so easy. They take almost no time to make. These meals are perfect for working parents, students. Like if you just want something really quick and easy, something that's really easy to meal prep, you know, just quick weekday meals. If you're new here, I'm Candace the Edgy Veg. Welcome to my channel. I make new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. I knew that was gonna happen. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on new videos twice a week, every single week. And if you like sheet pan meals and quick, easy dinners, hit that thumbs up button. All right, guys, let's get started. For our tofu Buddha bowl, we are going to be roasting green beans, onion, mushrooms, carrots, and then of course some tofu. To infuse the pan with flavor, we are going to be roasting a whole bulb of garlic, and that way we can use some of the roasted garlic in our dressing for the bowl, which is a cashew base. It's just a cashew garlic dressing. And then that's going to be sitting on some rice with some fresh veggies. The great thing about these sheet pan meals is that you can just pretty much throw everything together, toss it with oil, and then throw it right in the oven. So we're just gonna take our vegetables and put them into a large bowl. So we have our green beans, we have our onions, carrots, mushrooms. We need about 1 to 2 tablespoons, and you can just toss that until it's coated in oil. Then just take your vegetables and throw them right on the pan, and we are going to season them with salt and pepper. So you just want to season with some salt and some pepper. And then we are going to take our clove of garlic, add some olive oil. I'm gonna add that to our pan. So use the same bowl because you have all that oil in there already. I'm gonna take our tofu, toss that in there, coat it with some oil. If you do need extra oil, just add another tablespoon or less. Or more, you know, depending on how oily you want your tofu. And then in this bowl, I have cumin and garlic powder. So just take the small bowl and like mix them together. Or you can sprinkle them on one by one, but this is just easier sometimes. And then you can just toss it on your tofu. You can also use marinated tofu. If you have some marinated tofu lying around or a favorite marinade, you can use that and then use the spices on top. And if you feel like you have enough spices on your tofu, any leftover spice, you can just throw directly on the veggies. All right, so just take your tofu and just lay it on the pan. And the more space you leave between them, the crispier the tofu will be. So again, depending on your preference, whether you want it to be crispy or more like steamed or roasted, just move around the surface area. Like just move around your veggies and your tofu using the surface area of the pan. All right, I'm going to throw this in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, flipping once halfway through, pretty much until the onions are nice and brown. The vegetables are tender, but still kind of crispy. I mean, it depends on you. If you like your vegetables to be like dead cooked, then keep it in for longer. And then you want the tofu to be nice and brown. You want to flip it once halfway through. And fuse some of the veggies with that garlic. I'm just going to whip up a quick cashew dressing. So I have some raw cashews here, the juice of a lemon, salt, nutritional yeast, and some water. Let's blend it all together. And then you can go in and you can add more cashews if you want it a little bit thicker. You can add more nutritional yeast if you want more of that flavor. We are also going to add half of the garlic from the roasted garlic. So it's going to be nice and sweet. Okay, to assemble this, You can add like a base of just greens. You can add a base of soba noodles. You can add a base of whatever rice is your favorite. Today I'm going to add a base of both rice and also greens. So I'm just going to place some greens on the bottom here. I'm going to add my rice, add your veggies, and your tofu. So once the garlic's cooled down a little bit, you can just push out the cloves like that. I just like to just slice them, add that on the side. I like to add it to my greens, so then when I mix it all together, like the greens kind of have like a really nice garlic flavor. And then you can pour the sauce directly on top or serve it on the side. And then just because it's really pretty, I also like to add some sesame seeds and some chili flakes. An easy dinner. Now this will serve, depending on how big you're making the bowls and how much, rice or noodles you have, this can serve a family anywhere between 2 and 4. The second sheet pan meal I'm going to show you how to make is the cauliflower lettuce wraps. Now for the sauce, I decided to use just a variation of like a bang bang sauce. Just like the first one, it's going to be a lot of putting things in bowls and then throwing them on a sheet pan. The first thing I'm going to do in a large bowl is to make our sauce or our marinade for the cauliflower. So I have some lime juice here, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, some sriracha hot sauce. Now you can add more sriracha if you like spice. We have some sweet chili sauce. Just gonna whisk that together. And just take your cauliflower. Now you can add, like I said, more sriracha if you want it a little bit spicier. If you want it to be gooier, you can add more of the sweet chili. If you want it to be a little bit crispier, you can add more oil. I've loaded up the cauliflower onto this tray. I'm going to throw this into the oven for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to add the veggies on top just because cauliflower needs a little bit longer than the other veggies to cook. Together, it's about 15 to 20 minutes of cooking. In the same bowl, we are going to add some olive oil and our veggies. I'm going to toss that to coat. I'm going to add some cumin and some garlic powder. And again, toss to mix that and coat it completely. Because whatever leftover sauce from the cauliflower is going to be in here as well. So they're definitely getting some moisture and some oil for cooking and roasting. All right, I just took out the cauliflower. I'm just gonna give it a quick mix. I'm gonna add the veggies. I'm gonna salt and pepper them. And if you are noticing that your cauliflower is a little bit dry, you can add a little bit more chili sauce on top as well. It's been about 25 minutes. We have our cauliflower nice and cooked and a little bit charred on the edges. We have our peppers also nice and cooked and charred on the edges. Now we can build our lettuce wraps. Boston or butter lettuce are my favorite for lettuce wraps, but my local grocery store didn't have that. So we are using a romaine heart, anything that kind of looks like a boat like this, and then you can just build it. So I like to do the peppers and onion on the bottom, at least one of each thing. And there's a wide variety of accoutrement that you can use. I have some shredded carrot and some green onion, and then just some more chili sauce. If you want to mix your chili sauce with mayo to make like a true bang bang sauce, you can do that. Veganese on there, that works too. You do you, boo. I'm gonna tell you how to live your life. You can also just serve this family style. So you rip all the romaine or whatever lettuce you're using, put it in a bowl, and then just let everybody kind of grab and build their own as they want. But really anything that you love to put on your fajitas or your lettuce wraps, that'll do. A little bit of sauce. Now you can use the, like I said, traditional bang bang sauce or sweet chili sauce or even sriracha. So we've got our delicious tofu Buddha bowl style dinner right here. We have our lettuce wraps here. You can either like make the perfect bite and then like dunk it in, but I like to just take the sauce, pour it out, mix that all together. I mean, I like to save a little bit of the sauce to dip my tofu in. So good, so easy, good for you, minimal effort. Guys, that sauce is so good. When I discovered cashew sauce, I never went back. And roasting the garlic makes such a difference. Like, it's so tasty. Just brush your teeth if you're gonna, you know, talk to someone after eating this. All right, let's go for the middle one. Again, easy, delicious. If you want to add some more protein to this dish, you can do cauliflower and tofu together. These recipes are really just the base for any other ways that you want to get creative. I mean, I think that's the thing with any recipe. If you like these kind of quick, easy, one sheet videos, give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what recipes you want to see next. And I'll see you soon. Bye.